program. Happy weekend. Welcome to Abntv newspaper review. Here with me I have the Punch and the Nation. Firstly, the Punch. And the first headlines of the Punch, we have the 140 federal government appointees to access minister performance. Rape sentences, church member says popular Lagos pastor frame conviction will be overturned. Otedola welcome to attempts corporate take over Dangote says. Worsening economic hardship fuel youth battles with depression succeeding. Akoredolu Mains may back ex-finance commissioner against Ayedatiwa. Police camp Ogunferos for abducted Lagos PDP chairman as kidnappers demand 200 million naira. Now to the full details. Rape sentences. Church member says popular Lagos pastor frame conviction will be overturned. Some members of the Rain Christian Ministry Lagos on Friday expressed shock as the church founders and the senior pastor Bishop Oluwafeyi Roko Feyi Daniels was sentenced to life imprisonment by an Ikeja sexual offences and domestic violence court for raping a church member. The members of the church, which is located at 1 Egbolada Adebanjo Christian Okbebi Ikeja, who spoke to Saturday's Punch, said the pastor was being victimized and that his imprisonment would not stop the work of God. The court on Friday sentenced Daniels to life imprisonment for raping his 23-year-old assistant named with 8 years imprisonment for sexually assaulting another members of the church aged 19. Rape sentences. Church member says popular Lagos pastor frame conviction will be overturned. The full details of this story is in page 4 of the Punch. Another story. Ondo 2024, Akoredolu Mains may back ex-finance commissioner against Ayedatiwa. Ahead of Ondo State November 16 gubernatorial elections, more aspirants in the ruling finding by Saturday Punch have revealed. Among all the political parties in the state, findings shows the APC was emerging with more aspirants than other parties. Some of the aspirants are incumbent governors. Mr. Lucky Ayedatiwa, the former secretary to the state government, Mrs. Oladonu Odun, who is only the female among the aspirants. Former special advisor to the governor on Earth, Professor Francis Fadi, former aspirant of the APC, Chief Olushola Oke, and Mr. Gbenga LL, among others. Finding revealed that the Ayedatiwa, who became the governor after the death of the former governor, late Rotimi Akeredolu, may have more edge over others by virtues of the position he is currently holding. Ondo 2024, Akeredolu's men may back ex-finance commissioner against Ayedatiwa. The full details of this story is on page 7 of the Punch. Poor salary. ASU decrease Uniport's lecturer audits blames federal government. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has expressed dissatisfaction over lecturers' poor salary, maintaining that teachers in tertiary institutions cannot give their best with poor remunerations. ASU President Professor Emmanuel Osedeke explained that Nigerian lecturers were leaving the country in droves because the government failed to increase salary based on its federal government's agreement with the union. The union president was reacting to a Facebook post on how at the Department of English Universities of Port Harcourt, Maxi Eze, expressed frustration after being denied a 5 million naira due to his monthly salary of 191,000 naira. Maxi Eze on his Facebook page recalled his visits to First Bank, Choba, where he sought a loan to enhance his public speaking academic limited and acquire social media gadgets, but was told by his account officers that his salary was not enough for the loan he demanded. Poor salary. ASU decries Uniport's lecturers audits blaze federal government. The full details of this story is on page 9 of the newspaper Punch. Another story inside the newspaper Punch. Ostrich as teacher allegedly flogged Lagos pupils to death. Pandemic erupted at Araromi Ologbo Secondary School in Okwofo, Lagos, as pupils of the school protested the demands of one of their colleagues who was allegedly flogged to death by a teacher. The incident was said to have occurred on Thursday when the deceased, identified as David Babadipo, was allegedly flogged by the teacher whose name was given as Oluwale. It was gathered that the 16-year-old, who had been ill for some days, was rushed to the hospital after he was flogged, where he was confirmed dead. In a video seen by our correspondent on Friday, many pupils of the schools could be seen running better and scatter within the school compound and outside its premises. Ostrich as teachers allegedly flogged Lagos pupils to death. The full details of this story is on page 12 of the Punch newspaper. Suspected arrested over Uniport's undergraduate's death. One person has been arrested in connection with the death of an undergraduate at the University of Port Harcourt in Joba, Rivers State. The CDC and statistics were passed out alongside another student after smoking, playing football on Thursday for medical examination while grazing. But close to the Koka Okebale Road, where the animals were grazing, was a 70-year-old farmer, Tajudin Olasokpe, from Oba Omu compound, Osogbo, sitting in quietly, ruining his fate after some cows destroyed almost 1 acre of Arapa crops, including cocoyam, melon. Olasokpe, who had lived in Koka for over 30 years, cited repeatedly and shook his head in displeasure as tears rolled down his cheeks, forming hot brine down his pale face. In his low moments, he observed Amadu approaching with the cows as the animal gazed in the open garden and moved past his house. Mercilessly elders, Osun farmers seek relief from recamping cow hunt. The full details of this story is in page 21 of the Nigerian Punch. Another story in the Nigerian Punch newspaper. EKEDC chair seek more investments in power sectors. The chairman of the board of directors of Eco Electricity Distribution Company, Dr. Dere Osumbu, has called for increased investments in the Nigeria power sector to meet the country's growing energy demand. Osumbu made this call all of Forum of Nigeria-India Business Council's trade mission to Nigeria held in Abuja recently. The forum, with the theme Expanding Trade and Investment Opportunity Between Nigerians and Indians, had an attendance the Minister of Trade and Investment, Doris Ozoka, the Minister of Breme and the Blue Economic, Adegoyega Oyetola, the President of the NIBC, Sir Emeka Ofo, among others. Osumbu, who is also the Vice President of the NIBC, highlighted the role sustained investments played in ensuring reliable power infrastructure, while stressing the importance of collaborative efforts between Nigeria and India in driving advancements in the energy sectors and other sectors. EKEDC chairs seek more investments in power sector. The full details of this story is in page 26 of the Nigerian Punch. Lastly, in the Nigerian Punch newspaper, while 20-year-old son is getting public burial, the proceeding of the coroner's inquest into my son's death were part of the reason for the delay in his burial. However, I have not seen anything straight in the proceedings. Honestly, I'm satisfied with the way the case is going. So far, so good. The recording of proceedings that the court gave to us was exactly what took place. There was no charges to the evidence that I recorded. The magistrate has been keeping the record. If they bring the record and it's exactly what I want, I did not have any issue apart from strength from both the magistrates and the state. While 12-year-old son is getting public burial. The full details of this story is on page 28 of the Nigerian Punch. Before we go for a break, if you'd like to watch us live and direct on our social media on our website, you can click www.abntvnetwork.com/TV on our website, www.abntvnetwork.com/TV. On our social media on Facebook, we have the ABNTV Austin. YouTube, we have the ABNTV Nigeria. And Twitter, ABNTV Austin. Instagram, ABNTV Nigeria. You can click and share us and subscribe to our website. on our social media. You can watch us live and direct there. If you would like to review some of our newspaper review there, so you can share and subscribe to our website and our social media. Before we come back for the Nation newspaper, let's go for what we have for you in our studio.
African Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. It's all about Africa. It's all about motherland. Celebrating rich cultural heritage. ABN, we bring the best. It's Africa. Broadcasting Network. Broadcasting Network. African Broadcasting Network. Entertainment, education. African Broadcasting Network. Oh yeah. Information, cultural values. African Broadcasting Network. ABN, celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Welcome back to another edition of this program, The Nation newspaper, The Nation. First page of this newspaper, Nation, we have the revised crisis assembly bars formula from appointing local government chairmen. Adopters demand 200 million to free Lagos PDP chairman orders. 15 escaped death in Ibadan, year mishap. Yahoo boss stamps parents as magic show fails to produce fortune. Lagos bishop gets life jail for raping assistant pastor. Now to the full details. 15 escaped deaths as private jets overshoots run away at Ibadan airport. There was already an HNC at Ibadan airport yesterday when a private jet conveying 12 passengers with 3 crew members on board overshoots the runway of the aerodrome. A document cited by The Nation revealed that the private jet was registration number FHKP was operated by Matri EA. The aircraft took off from Abuja and landed on runway 22 of Ibadan Airport. The document read, I write to inform you of an incident that occurred about 1,055 hours, where a private jet overshoots the runway over Charlie Onset at a distance of 170 meters. Eventually, from end to the runway offal, which is 60 meters away from the threshold, making it an overall estimated distance of 230 meters away from the threshold of runway offal. After a preliminary and unconfirmed investigation, it was reported that there was a brake failure. The aircraft had 15 souls, 7 which were passengers and 3 crew members. All souls were successfully evacuated by our aerodrome rescue firefighting service and other relevant officers. There is no casualty, and officials of the Nigeria Airspace Management Agency (NAMA) informed the investigating the cause of the incident. The officials said although there was no casualties, the relevant aeronautical authorities had launched a probe on the matters. The officials said this is on the plan that experienced the incident were still cautious at the time of reading this report. 15 escaped deaths as private jets overshoots runway at Ibadan Airport. The full details of this story is in page 2 of the Nigeria Nation newspaper. Another story inside the Nigeria Nation newspaper. Ibadan explosion, Adelabu seeks support for victims. The Minister for Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, on Friday urged the federal government, state non-governmental organization (NGO) and well-meaning Nigerians to come to the aid of victims of the explosion that occurs at Bodija, Ibadan, to relieve them of their pains. He promised to restore back power to affected areas by getting in touch with the management of Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company (IBEDC) to ensure they give priority to the areas and immediately fix electricity infrastructures damaged by the explosion. Also, labor leaders under the aegis of Nigerian Labour Congress (LLC), Oyo State Council and its Trade Union Congress (TUC) counterparts have commiserated with Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and the residents of the state on the recent blast that rocked Old Bodija, Ibadan area of the capital city. Speaking in Ibadan during his on-spot assessment to the scenes of the blast, the minister said many electricity infrastructure like transformers, electric poles, electric cables, and others were destroyed by the blast. According to him, electricity infrastructure were destroyed, transformers are being blown up, electric poles are being uprooted, power cables completely out. So this is where I also need to come in. I will personally supervise to ensure that this is properly done in terms of replacing the transformers, replacing all electric poles, and even reconditioning the areas in terms of power cables. People around there must not live in darkness. We shall stand by them till we see that their pains are being relieved, inshallah. Ibadan explosion. Adelabu seeks support for victims. The full details of this story is on page 5 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Another story inside the Nigerian Nation newspaper, we have Sanwo-Olu and the pursuit of a social market economic. Section 25 of the Nigerian Constitution is explicit of the difference between citizen and settlers. But then, there is a saying in Jesha land. Its main kings have many children, but when the chiefs are down, each king knows his rich children. Suppose is succeeded, therefore, when it comes to inhabiting no settler in Lagos. Sanwo-Olu and the pushes of social markets economics too. The full details of this story is on page 9 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Another story inside the Nigerian newspaper, we have the pathetic tales of helpless victims as Plateau killings rear-head again. In the long list of the such evil occurrences in the state over the years, on the eve of the last Christmas, no fewer than 200 people were killed in 17 communities in Bodija, Bogna, Landi, and Magin, Lagos. The situation has left many wondering the reason for the renewed killings. A resident reviewed Mercedes told the nation of the violence that stated in April 23, Mary said, pathetic tales of helpless victims as Plateau killings rear-head again. The of the story is in page 12 of the Nigerian Nation newspaper. Another story inside the Nigerian newspaper. We have the Ondo Guba. Jimoh Ibrahim was stronger intensified constitutive tours in 203 wards. Senator representing Ondo South District, Chief Jimoh Ibrahim, is governorship tickets for all the Progressive Congress (APC). He has intensified his more in the 203 ward. Ibrahim campaign train is electrifying as it rolls into towns, villages, hamlets with people, big and small, flogging to the available down to earth. The generous philanthropist who has revealed up the APC machines in Ondo State. The state in the news because of the impending battles for nomination of the ruling All Progressive Congress. The pictures of the Sunshine State in the post-Rotimi Akeredolu period is emerging. Ondo Governor Jimoh Ibrahim waves stronger and testified constitutive tours in 203 wards. The full details of this story is on page 7 of the Nigerian Nation paper. Lastly, with me in the Nigerian Nation, Tinubu and war against corruption. The fight against corruption is not new. It has been on few decades. How to curb corruption was among pressing national issues among public officials from the sectors. It has lingered to today for obvious reasons. It was a major reason for the First and the Second Republics crooked like cookies. Corruption will not have survived and become a son in our national flesh if previous government had tackled it with all seriousness. But as the character says in Olarotimi Place, the gods are not to be blamed. We have left our pots unwashed and our food not burnt. Our so long has been too long. The stating point now is to reform of the anti-graft bodies to purge them of the peculiar societal vices. The revolution of the North in the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) tributes its chairman is mind-boggling. In lamentation, Ola Olukayode, who recently visited President Abuja, disclosed that EFCC investigators are probed, thereby casting doubts on their capacity for truthfulness, probity, and efficiency. Tinubu and war against corruption. That's what we have for Newspaper Nation. If you like to watch us live and direct on our websites, social media, you can click on www.abntvnetwork.com TV. On our website, click www.abntvnetwork.com TV. On our social media, Facebook, we have the Abntv Austin. On our YouTube, we have the Abntv Nigeria. On our Twitter, we have the Abntv Austin. On our Instagram, we have the Abntv Nigeria. You can share and subscribe us on our website, on our social media. You can watch us live and direct on our media, on our social media, and on our website. Please try to subscribe and share us on our social media and on our website. So that's what we have for you in our newspaper review. Bye for now. My name once again is Kenny Afolabi. Thanks for watching and bye.